all the children that were there started beating the heck out of it with their fists and sticks.
Hello there, and welcome to the If It Swims podcast, the multi-species angling podcast. I am Bret Bolton. Joining me for episode 25 are Dave Spear.
New year, same old me.
There you go. And Gary Houle.
Thanks for having me back, guys.
Hey, thanks for joining, guys. This month, we're going to look at some recent trips, some fishing news, and a quick look at the Carp Ladder, where there has actually been a little bit of movement. We'll kick things off with the trips. Dave, what have you been up to?
Oh, man. Have I been fishing more than once? I have. No, maybe just once. All I remember is New Year's Day. So I used to have a tradition of going out on New Year's Day and catching my first fish of the year. And I did that for many years. I mean, not like every year of my life, and then there's been years where I haven't done it. This year I got out. The weather was nice, but it had been chilly. So the water was cold, as to be expected. And I started fishing. I wasn't expecting much. I was fishing a lure that I had designed and 3D printed that looks like a Blackmore goldfish, which is the one with the eyes that poke out of the front of its head. And my first fish of 2026 on January 1st was a 3.5 pound bass on a very weird lure.
On a very weird lure. Nice. That's the only trip you made out?
Didn't you do some more on your local test pond?
I think that's what I was thinking. I think I went out and did some more lure testing a week or two later and caught a couple of dinks. But for the most part, it's been a pretty quiet month for fishing for me.
Sure. And even for us, it's quiet. But in the rest of the country, it probably gets real quiet around, around January, unless you're ice fishing.
Yeah. Unless you got a hut.
Yeah. Unless you got a hut or a shanty.
Not for me.
Shanty, that's right.
Look, man, I would, I was going to say, I would love an ice fishing shanty. Then I was going to mention having a heater in it. And then I thought,
I think
maybe I'll
feet
hold
of
off on
ice,
that.
right? I think the heater's fine.
Sure, great, they're perfect, no questions ever. I had a heater melt down on my shop. It still smells bad in here.
Now move that to a shanty and see how it goes.
Yeah, just let it burn down on the ice. Perfect.
Yes.
The fresh smell of molten plastic and gulp.
Yes. Ooh. I'd rather smell the plastic, I think.
Yeah.
So I went out a couple times to chase the Carp Ladder and was somewhat successful. On a warm morning on a Saturday, local pond, it's full of small little carp. I caught a little scrappy carp on a hunk of dried pineapple. How weird is that?
Trail mix.
Followed by a smallmouth buffalo on dog food kibble.
And your buffalo was big too, wasn't it?
It was 18 to 20. It was a nice big buffalo.
I mean, relatively large fish.
Right. I mean, buffalo get stupid huge.
Probably the biggest fish in that pond, right?
I was going to say that 18 to 20 pounder had to be the biggest fish in that pond without question. I didn't even know there were buffalo in there.
Oh, I just remembered something. That buffalo has a nickname.
That's not him.
Spooler.
That's not him. I caught that fish on a fairly lightweight spinning rig.
Yeah.
There's no way that's Spooler.
Yeah.
Dave mentioned that there's two ponds attached, and Spooler's in the other pond. Anyway.
Gotcha.
Okay. So then not the second biggest fish in that pond.
No, we don't know what it is, but there has been some fish hooked in that pond by many people. Some with decent carp gear. And all they've left afterwards is an empty spool.
That's a great story, man.
I assume it's a giant flathead.
And the really confusing thing is this pond's like only 50 yards across. So I don't know if it's swimming in circles until it empties your spool or what.
It's just wrapping you around stuff, I'm assuming.
All right,
There's
but I
something
want to
there.
hear. I have some inside knowledge here. I want to hear about
Well,
the big one.
exactly. So I went out again, and I'll let Gary start that one.
Oh, you're going to talk about our huge mistake. Maybe the worst decision.
That is an excellent way to put it.
Or don't
Was
like.
it a huge mistake
I mean-
or a calculated error?
You know what? I think it was just we planned too far in advance for this time of year.
Yeah.
We planned to go out to Cisco again to fish the crazy swimming pool, and booked a campsite nearby, maybe a month in advance.
Yeah.
And then winter decided to roll in, so we showed up, frosty and wearing long johns, fished the day, and then camped out in a dilapidated zoo.
Yeah.
In 25-degree weather, and then got up and did it again the next day, and I almost went home skunked. But Bret, you caught a few
I
right
caught
off the
a
bat.
few fish. Yeah, I got three more fish for the ladder. We'll get to that a bit later. But I did get three more for the ladder. It was a nice day out there. Really, as cold as it was a nice day.
Yeah, I mean, no wind, light breeze. It was great.
No
Sunny.
wind the second day.
Yeah, I guess it was a little bit of a breeze the
It was
first day.
howling that first day. I woke up in my sleeping bag in my rooftop tent and opened a new water bottle, and it did that weird top to bottom freeze thing all the way down to the bottom when I opened it.
That's wild, man.
I was warm.
My
in
mistake.
bag.
I did not bring a bag. I just bought a camp quilt, and about
Where'd you wake up?
3:45, I woke up in my cab of my truck. It was bad. I mean, I was freezing. Every time I moved, all the heat that my body had around it was gone.
Yeah.
So, once I got up to answer the call of nature, there was no way I was getting back up in that tent. I just got in the cab and turned on the heater.
That's fun. That's fun. Although that campsite was really cool. It was attached to an old zoo. It was like an abandoned resort or part of an abandoned resort. And there were these weird buildings and stuff hanging around. It was a weird place to camp.
Yeah, it was cool. And the host's brother and
The host friend guy came down.
his wild dog.
I had a lot of FOMO when you guys headed out there because I sort of half planned on maybe I'll go out and join those guys. I didn't feel like camping, and
Right.
I got an extra hour on the drive. So, but then when I saw the weather forecast, I was like, man, it's going to be cold.
It disappeared, I bet.
Yeah, it probably did. It was cold. It was worth it. I got some fish, and it's a weird place to fish, and I will continue to go out there just because the town itself is kind of cool in a way.
Mm.
It's got one restaurant and one brewery.
Yeah.
That's
Both
about
are
it.
all right.
Both are all right.
Yeah.
You know, they're both in old historic building, not historic buildings officially, but old original buildings in the town and that kind of
Sure.
stuff. And that town was huge at one point in time.
Oh, interesting.
During, I guess, the oil boom out there, or maybe it was
I
coal.
think it was oil.
There's a reason there was a resort there, right?
Oh, yeah, that makes
world's,
sense.
And the world's largest swimming pool
Yeah.
was there. It was a big town, but not so much anymore. But we all made it out, and that's really what we do here, right?
And we all caught fish in January. I mean,
Which is hard.
not that that's a miracle, but,
It can be hard. Ask the guy in Nebraska how it is.
yeah.
I think it's probably first January fish for me for sure.
Oh, really?
Always just been a summer sport for me.
Okay. I've done the same thing Dave has done.
A fair weather sport.
Yeah.
Fair weather sport.
That's all right.
Because summers it could be 105. You're not going out then either, are you?
Well, I mean, I think we might have gone to fly fishing some carp in that weather this year.
Yeah, this is true.
Last year.
This is true. I've done the same thing Dave has done. I haven't done it in a few years, but I used to do the January 1st, go out and try and get a fish.
Yeah.
It's fun. Get that first one taken care of immediately.
I was
cool
happy when I
personal
caught that
tradition.
big bass because, it wasn't a monster, but it was the largest largest bass that I've caught since last April. So it was cool.
That is cool. Hey, let's do some fishing news.
Sweet.
All right.
Who wants to go first?
All
Dave,
right.
you're going first.
I was just about to say, do we all yell nod it? There's advantages and disadvantages to going first. One of the advantages, nobody else can steal your story. But
The disadvantage is
yeah,
no one else can steal your story.
that's right.
You might get off the
And
hook.
there was not a lot happening.
There wasn't
right now,
a lot.
unless you're ice fishing.
I found a couple. We'll start with this one since it's January, right?
All right, let's go.
Here's a story from the small town of Water Valley, Mississippi, with a population of 3,392 people.
All right.
Across the United States, communities ring in the new year with parties featuring music and fireworks, and some towns even have their own unique take on the traditional midnight ball drop. In 2017, a group of friends wanted to honor Fred Bright, who caught the world's largest recorded white crappie, a fish that weighed 5 pounds and 3 ounces.
It's a big crappie.
Right? Let's take a minute to think about a 5-pound crappie. Bright caught this fish at Enid Lake, which is just outside of town. So, at midnight, they dropped a fish. The Water Valley Crappie Drop organizer
This is great.
and co-founder Joe York said in an interview that their first fish was paper mache. It looked so much like a giant piñata that all the children that were there started beating the heck out of it with their fists and sticks, thinking they were going to get
great.
candy. He said we had to hoist it back up really quick, and they kept trying to hit it. Now they drop a 7-foot metal, bubble spewing steampunk crappie at midnight.
Nice.
The event
Steampunk
organizer,
crappie.
James McCormick, posted on Facebook in the fall that the fish had been moved to Izzy's robotic hatchery for vital maintenance and futuristic modifications.
I see.
That's not the only big change. The first year, and this is why I told you about the population of 3,000, about 25 people came. It was gaining traction until it had to be canceled in 2020 and 2021 during the COVID-19 pandemic,
Reasonable.
but it's bounced back. Now, a few hundred show up to the short, fun community event.
Man, I'm tempted to go.
I mean, we just missed it.
No.
It's in Missouri, you said?
Mississippi.
Oh, Mississippi.
So
okay.
road trip
Closer.
next year?
I'm thinking so. It'd be fun. I wasn't in Key West for New Year's, but their ball drop is amusing.
Ooh. Is it a chicken?
It is not a chicken, although it's not a rooster. Oh, that is awesome. No, it is a drag queen in a giant high heel.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's very Key West,
Yep.
isn't it?
Very good.
I really would be tempted to go up there for that.
Right? We could do a live If It Swims podcast from the crappie drop.
Exactly. Record the podcast that morning.
Fish. Party.
Fish. Try and do a live recording while it's dropping. You know.
Yeah. I suppose there's fish in Mississippi. They have a river there.
They do have a river there. You're correct.
Little kind
A
of.
little one. Oh, there are worse ideas than going there for that.
Right?
If I can think of one, I'll let you know what it is.
The only problem, our families might object to us leaving on New Year's for the crappie drop, but I don't know. Maybe
Mine
they
would.
wouldn't.
Mine would, because we do nothing and we love it.
There you go.
Oh, so I've got one from wiredtofish.com and from Texas Parks and Wildlife. Did I steal Gary's? Maybe.
We'll see.
Nice. So imagine this. You get off work in the afternoon, throw your gear into the truck, and head to your favorite fishing spot, knowing you're cutting it close before a cold front tears through.
Mm.
You aren't even sure if you'll get that much fishing time. but you stop at a dock anyway and cast out a new lure you've barely tried. Next thing you know, your line's going crazy and a big bass is tearing off drag. You reel it in, ease it into a cooler full of lake water, and run it over to a local bait shop to get it weighed. 14.74 pounds.
I think I might have saw this story.
Yes.
Maybe.
Certified on a freshly calibrated scale. It's a giant by any measure, and certainly enough to turn heads of anyone, except this is where it gets weird. This isn't any bass. It's the same bass this angler, Ross Gomez, has now caught 3 separate times at Lake Henry. The first in 2023 at 13.2 pounds. Then again in 2025 at nearly 15 pounds. And now once more in early 2026 at 14.74 pounds. Not bad for a rerun.
Did he give it a name? Larry?
I believe the fish is now named Larry. And here's the cool part. This isn't just a hunter trophy story. This bass was donated each time to the Texas Share-a-Lunker program run by Parks and Wildlife. This means biologists will breed this fish and put the eggs and fry into other lakes across the state. The Share-a-Lunker program has been around since 1986 and lets anglers enter big fish into a database. Donate a 13-pounder and you're a legacy class legend. Something Ross is on track of 3 times over. So next
That's
time
wild.
you're stuck at work wondering if it's worth it throwing a line in just for a couple hours, remember this. Somewhere in West Texas, a bass is sitting out there waiting for you to make history. Again.
He's waiting for
That's awesome.
He's waiting for this guy to catch him the 4th time. They breed
He's waiting.
They breed the bass and they put it back in the lake so this guy can keep catching it.
They do. I believe they used to give you a replica as well. I wonder if Ross has 3 replicas of the same fish.
Right? Oh, it's just slightly different weights. I also wonder how they know it's the same fish. I mean,
Well, since Texas is taking these fish and breeding them and that kind of stuff, they do a DNA test on them
oh, right.
to find out if they are pure native strain.
Yeah.
Or they used to be quote Florida strain bass, but now whether it's a largemouth or it's a Florida bass,
Right.
or how much of a hybrid it is between the two, right?
You know, this guy was thinking, all right, they're going to DNA test it. And I don't think it can't, but it's got to be. It's the same hole, it's the same fish.
Yeah. Man. It does also tell you a little bit about, there's been a lot of news stories lately about how catch and release may not be as good as we thought, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, this fish does not mind it one bit.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome. I think I saw something about this story, but I didn't read the whole thing. I didn't know that this was like a beat the cold front, testing a new lure. That's all pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, and 3rd time, which is great and
That's
crazy.
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I've never caught a 13-pound fish, bass. So
Yeah.
That's a monster. What lake was it in again?
oh, it was at Lake Allen Henry, I believe, out in West Texas.
Allen Henry. Okay.
I know you're from West Texas. So
I thought maybe I would know it, but that
No,
one
it's not
didn't strike
Meredith.
it. Yeah. There you
It's
go.
the only lake I know out there in West Texas, really. We had a story about a lake in Texas, O.H. Ivy, a few years ago. That was just, or a few months ago, that was just pumping out Share-a-Lunkers.
Yeah.
But I forgot the numbers on that, but it was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. OHIV is pretty legendary right now.
Yeah, and I want to get down there one day. Just I'm not going to try and catch a 15-pounder or anything, but if they're pumping out 13s and 15s that much, an 8 should be pretty easy.
Yeah, right. I'd be all right to catch a 6, a
Right,
9,
exactly.
an 8.
Or 4 that are like 5 and 6.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
No complaints.
Right. Oh man. So Gary, what do you have for us?
All right. So I had a bunch of garbage, and then at the last minute, I found this one, and I am already in a bad way about next summer.
Uh-oh.
So now I'm going to summarize a lot. This comes from Bro Bible.
From what?
But brobible.com.
Never heard of brobible.com.
I hadn't either.
Fair enough.
But so this comes out of Pensacola, Florida this month. So breaking-ish news. A group of anglers on a 40-hour beach surf fishing trip in Pensacola caught and released great white,
What?
12 to 13 feet, 1,000 pounds, monster fish.
Great white.
Off the coast of Pensacola, Florida.
What was it doing over there? Sunbathing?
Apparently, there is a reasonable population off the coast there. It's no stranger to Florida, especially during the winter months in Pensacola. Cape Cod is, of course, ground zero for the Atlantic great white, but they will head south in the winter time. There is a guide group. Let me get the name of the folks. Coastal Worldwide, operating out of Southwest Florida, and it's not super common, but they happen, and they've had, I think, 4 in this winter time so far.
Man,
the article, which I can share if you want to look it up, has the full video. They're landing the shark about 16 minutes into the video, and it is bananas. This thing is a monster.
Wow.
And I ain't doing what they did, man. They're walking that thing from the dorsal into deep water. And I'm like, you're food at that point, man.
Yeah. Nah. Or you're just revenge at that point.
It can be that too, right? But I mean, the guides clearly seemed to know what they were doing, telling the guys how to let it go and how to get out of the water. It looked super respectful, at least what I watched of it. But
sure.
I mean, it is a big fish, and that must have been a catch of a lifetime for their customers.
Yeah, I mean, people don't even target great whites up where they live that often because they're just almost too big to deal with, right?
It did. So I think this was not necessarily a great white expedition. They were just shark fishing in general, and they got a great white
in the process.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah. So they do that company does charters for like 6 up to 72-hour trips. And might be a plan for some time. I mean,
what's the weather like in Pensacola in, say, January?
Well, they were not wet waiting. I'll say that.
Okay.
But they weren't neoprenes either, and they weren't being too careful about not getting too wet. So I think it's reasonable.
Yeah.
Nice.
I imagine their water's pretty similar to our water, roughly the same in temperature.
It's usually pretty good, but there's that 1 week where it's going to be terrible.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to swim in it, but I mean, the difference between, the Gulf of
the Gulf.
Yeah, I just like all of a sudden I almost said the Gulf of Texas. But anyway, the difference between the Gulf and like California Ocean and Atlantic and everything else. I mean, we're not talking about 50-degree water here. I mean, it's cold. You don't want to swim in it, but it might be 60 or something.
Yeah. Okay. Man, that sounds like a good idea. Add it to the list.
Done.
Yeah.
Speaking of sharks, do you guys want one more news story?
You got a shark story?
I do.
I want a shark story.
All right. We'll do one more. So this comes also from Florida. So Bradenton, Florida.
Where's that?
Captain Trey Sorensen, top-notch fishing charters, spends nearly all his working days on the water. If I'm not fishing, I'm not making money. He's known for extreme offshore trips chasing deep water species in the Gulf. But Sorensen, a fourth-generation angler in the Tampa area, has a slower season for fishing charters during the winter months. He spends more time in shallow and nearshore waters targeting hogfish and snapper when fishing with hook and line. But when he's not chartering, he's pulling stone crab traps for the delicious claws of one of Florida's most unique renewable resources.
Mm-hmm.
I run about 500 stone crab traps during the season, and it's been a slow year so far. But on the last pull, we got about a pound per trap. In fact, last Monday, I was pulling gear like we normally do. A trap from 45 feet came up, and I noticed something off was going on. There was a shark head in it, said Sorensen.
Okay.
I put a half a mullet in every trap. I think with the water getting cold, the sharks are getting hungry. I've been crabbing for 14 years and have never seen anything like it. No one I know has ever seen it either. The shark head was part of an aggressive sandbar shark, a species that's been, quote, terrorizing Gulf anglers in recent years. It was completely severed behind the gills and was probably about 7 feet long before its demise.
Mm-hmm.
I think it smelled the mullet in the trap and it wanted to get the bait, breaking into the trap. But then its gills got caught and stuck and he drowned. I pulled traps every 7 days. So somewhere in that time, other sharks and scavengers came and ate it up.
Sure.
Everybody thinks it's fake, but it's not. The lid and the side were broke off the trap, and somehow there was still a jumbo crab in there.
Wow.
He said the shark head did not turn into future crab bait either. I just threw it in the water. It stunk so bad of ammonia. Every day's a new adventure out there, and you just never know what you're going to run into.
Oh, that's a fun one. I mean, that happens anyway. Fun in a fun story, not fun for a shark.
Well, yeah, it's sad for the shark, but also, can you imagine pulling up a trap?
Oh, what in the world? Yeah, you're like, what's going on?
It wasn't a baby shark.
Yeah,
it was the head of a
surprise.
7-foot shark.
Right. And that's a
It's
little
not
crazy.
a small head.
No, they
Hey.
got a bonus story and everything. Nice.
You're talking about dead fish and stank.
Yeah.
If we got time for one more, I got another one.
I got time for one
related.
more.
All right. So
Especially if it
this
involves
is
something stinky.
and Dave, being kind of from trout and salmon territory, maybe not salmon, but trout territory, this
Okay.
might not be so bizarre to you, but it was a surprise for me. So this comes out of Washington, and Washington Wildlife about to get a big nutrient boost. The Washington State Department of Fish and Wildlife is set to release 1,500 salmon carcasses.
What? They're just releasing dead fish now?
Dead fish.
Okay.
Just to replenish the river's food chain. Because I guess not enough fish are getting up that far
Mm-hmm.
to spawn. So they would normally die there. They're being fished out. And this is to add nutrients back to the fishery.
Oh.
And I just can't imagine where are they getting 1,500 carcasses and whose responsibility of hauling that stinky.
Whose job it is to haul those things out there and dump them, right?
Exactly.
Hopefully they don't smell as bad as Bret's beach bait bucket, but
That was disgusting. Yeah.
The melty bag of mystery.
yeah.
Yes. Or somebody else's bucket of shrimp in the back of their wrecked truck.
This is guilty as charged.
Ooh.
Yep.
The short version of that is years ago, I went down to the coast, did some fishing. We grabbed some already cooked, some boiled shrimp, a couple of pounds. On the way home, my truck got totaled. The shrimp ended up all up in the truck, like in the frame, everywhere. And the insurance adjuster told me he could smell it from a block away.
Oh.
It was summer. It was
also-
September. It was summer, basically summer here.
It was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't they also park your truck like in some guy's barn
Yeah.
because there was nowhere to put it for
Yeah.
a while?
Yeah, because it was just a small town out in the country. So
Yeah. What a nightmare.
yep, 2 pounds of
Even-
2 pounds of shrimp in the Texas heat of September.
And shrimp will turn so fast, man.
Oh yeah. It was only about $150 worth of damage before the shrimp, right? The
Right.
shrimp is
It wasn't totaled until the shrimp went everywhere, and then they just totaled it.
The adjuster took one whiff and said, "Nah, throw it in the trash, burn it."
I had, when I left the coast, I was driving a Toyota Tundra, and when I left the scene of the crime or the scene of the wreck, it was the length of a smart car.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, yeah. When I say my truck got totaled, it got tacoed. The
Really?
tailgate was only about an inch from the back of the cab.
Wow.
Man, that's crazy.
And everybody
Sure.
walked. Everybody ended up being fine.
Yeah.
I have a persistent neck problem since then, but
Sure.
you know,
Is that where the shrimp were? Was in the bed?
Yeah, they were in the bed of the truck
No,
in a cooler, and
in
the
his
cooler
neck.
just broke along with everything else.
It probably exploded.
What did survive? We had 2 kayaks, 2 plastic rotomolded sit on top kayaks on top of some homemade kayak racks I had. And so those racks, of course, were connected to the bed. So when the bed collapsed, the kayaks just went flying off, but they were fine.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Rocket launch.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Let's look at the carp ladder. On the ladder, Gary, who's here with us this month, moved up 1 rung.
Nice.
That was chickpea, right, Gary?
Man, I've been fighting chickpea for weeks. And finally got over the hump.
Which is weird because it's not even that tough of one.
I don't know why I've had such bad luck with it. It just wasn't working for me.
It's time of
I've
year,
seen you
I think. It's just time
I
of
think
year.
so too. Yeah, I saw you catch a buffalo on it.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was no problem.
Yeah, sure.
Carp didn't want it.
Carp didn't want it until you went to the swimming pool.
That magic pool, man, it'll deliver carp every time.
It really will. I mean, there was ice on our eyelets of the rod, but carp coming in didn't matter.
Nice.
I managed somehow a whopping 4 rungs over 2 different trips. As we noted earlier, that's pineapple, then dog food, which was really pretty easy.
Yeah.
Black Twizzlers, which surprised me, and Cheerios. And Dave, I believe I sent the group chat a picture of 6 Cheerios on a hook, did I not?
Yeah, you did.
So I wasn't even hooked. I was just threading them on there, and the bottom one was kind of locking into place enough to hold them in there.
Is
Dude,
that
it
all it
worked
was? It was just
perfect.
getting stuck on the bend?
On the bend,
Yeah.
it's like- I was using this. I found the Cheerio with the smallest hole I could find,
Yeah.
and I used that as the last one, and it just got stuck on the bend, and that's exactly it.
Didn't you also
Those
catch...
black Twizzlers, you went. Oh, go ahead.
No. I was going to ask about the Twizzler, and the only reason is I think, didn't you end up catching another species on the Twizzler too or something?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I something about when you guys told me
Oh
you
no,
caught
I got a buffalo out there
Yeah.
on the black Twizzlers.
Yeah.
That's right. I did catch a buffalo that freezing weekend. Did I not, Gary?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that was on the Twizzlers, which is a little surprising.
I just thought, oh, wow. I never would have thought of black Twizzler as a great, bait, but he caught 2 species on it.
So I'm surprised I didn't catch any catfish on it. Because growing up, that was my dad's scent for catfish bait.
Really?
Well, anise oil,
Oh, okay.
which is that licorice smell.
Yeah.
And he would put that, whatever he was using for catfish bait, it was a couple drops of anise oil in it. So it's a known thing, I guess, or at least used
Anything
to be.
stinky, I guess.
Well, it's a really strong flavor, and it's not a bad flavor. So yeah, he would use it for catfish. So I wasn't that worried about it. And then
Now-
after that, of course, were the Cheerios, which were awesome. It was a funny
Now-
picture.
With Cheerios, is that what you caught that chubby gal on?
Yeah, that big girl
big
was on Cheerios. Yeah,
Nice.
That thing was about to pop.
yeah. I don't know if that thing was out there eating all of our bait that would be out there, or it just happened to be a really fat fish. But it was.
Yeah, it wasn't that big. It was just fat.
Yeah, it had it looked like one of those European carp that has just been gorging itself on boilies for a day and a half straight before it finally ate the right one.
You know what they don't say? Fat girls love Cheerios.
Yeah, that's not really a thing.
I've never heard that. So
No, because no one loves Cheerios.
No.
I like them all right, but I'm
I
not
ate
a kid
couple
anymore.
when I was out there, and I thought, "Yep, those are Cheerios."
Yeah.
That was the end of it.
So what? So between the 3 of us, really between the 2 of you, we saw what 5 rungs on the ladder?
5 new rungs. Yeah, it's a busy, and this is in January.
Yeah.
So it was nice.
So did we didn't by any chance get anybody else on the Carp Ladder this month? Did we?
No one has sent one in.
Dang it!
Only one entry was sent in to the webpage, and that was Gary's.
Dang it! Well, we're having fun.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
And I will go ahead and say this too. there is still plenty of time to come in and go crazy and have fun on this thing.
That's right. When
Go to
are
the
we
store,
calling
load
it?
up on
Are we
baits.
calling it April 1st, April 30th?
April 1st.
April 1st. So there's some
Yeah.
springtime fishing coming up for
A lot,
most
yeah.
people.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yep. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stall at Jawbreaker again this month. We're doing this just because we want you guys a chance to jump in and catch up and not feel quite as... There's no overwhelm. I'm kidding. This is just goofiness.
Right.
But jump in and have fun. It's worth it. It's crazy. It's weird. It's great. We've got
Absolutely.
food-
I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't target carp until 2025. First time I ever
There you go.
purposefully went after
Targeting.
carp. And
Right.
I have had so much fun.
Currently, you're
first of
winning the carp ladder, Gary. So
Right. Now, someone else should jump on because there's a reasonable chance we kick Gary off the carpet.
that might be possible too.
This is your second time on the podcast. You might
Fair enough.
sort of
It
be,
might sound like
staff at a
cheating, right?
point.
If we let the guy win who's been on here a couple times. I don't know.
Right. Now,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
only on here because he's been on the Carp Ladder. But still,
That's right.
You could be too.
That's right. We're gonna have guest carp ladder fishermen.
Hey, join the ladder. I will put the next person on the podcast.
Oh, sure.
Who cares? Jump on here. Let's go. Anyway, there's a few months left. It's still possible to get way into this thing or just have fun and get nowhere. It doesn't matter. Jump in and go. All right? I got one more bit of news. Coming up next month, we're going to try a segment looking at some of the fish of the states, starting with Alabama.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going alphabetical, as you can guess.
Yeah.
We're going to look at species unique to the state and some of the more interesting records. It should be a lot of fun.
I like that idea. For
It's,
a moment, I
it's
thought
not
you
the
meant
same as the old.
the state fish
Was that-
of, but I see where you're going here.
I assume we will also
Oh.
mention every state fish as part of it.
Sure.
We have to, right?
Yeah.
Sort of on the same vein as the fish of the month, but now it's the fish of the states.
I like it. That gives us
And there's-
50 things to
and there's
talk
50
about
of them.
over the next 50 episodes.
I can count to 50. Exactly right, Dave. That's my
Plus,
exact.
plus
It's a.
Puerto Rico, the Virgin
Built-in-
Islands, and Guam. That gives us 53.
There you go. We're set. Anyway, we should see some cool stuff in those fish, and it's kind of a built-in segment. Maybe we'll get some guests here and there from each state to talk about their fish.
Sure.
We'll see how it goes.
I think that sounds cool.
So we have anything else? Dave, Gary?
And I'm done.
Oh
It
yeah,
was awesome. Yeah.
great. So let's get out of here.
Good chat, guys.
We are on the web at ifitswims.com and on Instagram at if_it_swims, where you will find a daily post with pictures from the staff's adventures. And yes, we will take a picture of whatever fish you think we wouldn't. Yes, even that one. All links to find us are available in the show notes, along with links to items covered this month. Our music was written for us by Dallas artist Jeff Hewitt. Join us again next month. Spread the word. And as always, we will see you out there. See ya.
Sayonara.
Later, guys.